If you woke up this morning feeling anxious about your green card status, worried that something major changed overnight, or scared because you saw alarming posts online claiming that green card rules have been completely rewritten on December 25th, I want you to take a deep breath right now. You are not alone in feeling this way. Thousands of immigrants, green card holders, visa applicants, and families across the United States and around the world are feeling the exact same confusion and fear today. I see you. I understand the weight you carry every single day, wondering if your status is secure, if your family will be separated, if years of waiting and sacrifice could suddenly be taken away by a policy you never saw coming. That fear is real, and it matters. But here is what I promise you in this video. I will walk you through exactly what is actually happening right now with green cards as of December 25th, 2025. I will separate the verified facts from the social media rumors. I will tell you what has truly changed, what has not changed at all, and what you actually need to do today to protect yourself and your loved ones. No panic, no exaggeration. Just the truth, clearly explained, so you can make informed decisions with confidence and peace of mind. Let me start by addressing the most important question on everyone's mind right now. Did green card rules suddenly change on December 25th, 2025, in a way that immediately affects current green card holders or applicants? The short and honest answer is no. There has been no official announcement from United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, the Department of Homeland Security, or the Department of State that fundamentally rewrites green card eligibility, processing standards, renewal procedures, or deportation rules effective December 25th. This is critically important to understand because United States immigration law does not change overnight based on social media posts, news headlines, or political speeches. Changes to green card policy must go through formal legal processes, including proposed rulemaking, public comment periods, legal reviews, official publication in the Federal Register, and clear implementation timelines. If a major change were truly happening today, it would have been formally announced weeks or even months in advance through official government channels, not through viral videos or unverified claims online. So where is all this panic coming from? Why are so many people convinced that something shocking happened with green cards on December 25th? The answer lies in how information spreads in today's digital world. Social media platforms are flooded with content creators, news outlets, and individuals who share immigration information that is sometimes incomplete, sometimes exaggerated, sometimes based on proposals that never became law, and sometimes completely invented to generate clicks, views, and engagement. When someone posts a video with a title like "Green Card Rules Changed Everything," or "New Green Card Law December 25th, without clearly explaining whether they are talking about a rumor, a proposed bill, a court case, or actual enforceable law, it creates mass confusion and unnecessary fear. This is especially harmful to immigrant communities, who are already navigating complex legal systems, language barriers, financial stress, and emotional uncertainty every single day. Let me be very clear about what we are likely seeing here. In recent weeks and months, there have been ongoing discussions in political circles, news media, and immigration advocacy spaces about potential changes to various aspects of the United States immigration system. These discussions often include topics like green card backlogs, employment-based immigration reform, family-based immigration processing times, public charge rules, deportation priorities, citizenship eligibility, and removal proceedings. Some of these discussions involve proposed legislation that has been introduced in Congress but not passed into law. Some involve executive orders or policy memos that have been announced but not yet implemented or have been blocked by courts. Some involve changes to processing procedures or fee structures that were proposed months ago and are still under review. And some are simply speculative conversations about what might happen in the future, based on political statements or campaign promises. None of these discussions automatically translate into immediate changes that affect your status today. For example, if you are a lawful permanent resident right now, meaning you already have a valid green card, your status has not been revoked, canceled, or changed simply because of something that happened on December 25, 2025. Your rights as a green card holder remain the same as they were yesterday. You still have the right to live and work permanently in the United States. You still have the right to travel internationally with proper documentation. You still have the responsibility to maintain your residency, file taxes, avoid criminal activity, and comply with immigration laws. If your green card is expiring soon, you still need to file Form I-90 to renew it through the standard USCIS process. If you are eligible for naturalization and want to become a United States citizen, you can still file Form N-400 and go through the citizenship application process. None of these fundamental procedures have changed overnight. If you are currently in the process of applying for a green card, whether through family sponsorship, employment sponsorship, the diversity visa lottery, asylum or refugee status, or any other pathway, your application is still being processed according to the rules and procedures that were in place when you filed. USCIS does not retroactively change eligibility requirements for applications that are already pending unless there is a specific legal reason to do so, and even then, applicants are given notice and due process. If you filed your green card application correctly, paid the required fees, submitted all necessary documents, attended your biometrics appointment, and are waiting for your interview or approval, nothing about December 25th suddenly makes your application invalid or denied. Processing times may be long due to backlogs, staffing shortages, or administrative delays, but that is a separate issue from policy changes. Now let me address some specific rumors and pieces of misinformation that may be circulating online right now related to green card changes. One common rumor that resurfaces periodically is the false claim that green cards are being automatically revoked or taken away from certain groups of immigrants based on their country of origin, religion, income level, or immigration category. This is not true. Green card revocation is a serious legal process that can only happen under very specific circumstances, such as fraud in the application, abandonment of permanent residency by staying outside the United States for too long without a re-entry permit, conviction of certain crimes, or national security concerns. Even in these cases, green card holders have the right to legal representation, the right to present their case in immigration court, and the right to appeal adverse decisions. The government cannot simply revoke green cards in bulk without due process. Another rumor that causes significant fear is the claim that green card processing has been completely shut down or suspended. While it is true that certain immigration programs or visa categories have been temporarily paused in the past due to executive orders, public health emergencies, or other extraordinary circumstances, there has been no blanket suspension of all green card processing announced on December 25, 2025. USCIS continues to process family-based petitions, employment-based petitions, adjustment of status applications, and consular processing cases every single day. Are there delays? Yes. Unfortunately, there are significant delays affecting many applicants due to backlogs that have built up over years. Are there changes to processing priorities or fee structures? Sometimes, yes, and those changes are announced officially through USCIS policy memos or Federal Register notices. But a complete shutdown would be major news, reported by every credible news organization and confirmed by official government sources, not just social media speculation. Some people may also be worried about changes to public charge rules, which determine whether an immigrant is likely to become primarily dependent on government benefits and therefore inadmissible for a green card. Public charge rules have been the subject of legal battles, policy changes, and confusion over the past several years. However, any changes to public charge rules must be officially announced, clearly explained, and implemented with proper notice to applicants and immigration attorneys. If you are currently applying for a green card and are concerned about public charge, the best course of action is to consult with a licensed immigration attorney who can review your specific financial situation, family circumstances, and supporting documents to determine whether you meet the current requirements. Do not make assumptions based on rumors or outdated information. Let me also talk about what has not changed and what remains absolutely true about green cards today. A United States green card remains one of the most valuable immigration statuses in the world. It provides permanent residency, which means you can live, work, and build your life in the United States without being tied to a specific employer, without constant visa renewals, and without the fear that your status will expire in a few months or years. Green card holders can eventually apply for United States citizenship after meeting residency and eligibility requirements, which opens the door to voting rights, passport privileges, and full participation in American civic life. Green card holders can sponsor certain family members for immigration, travel internationally and return to the United States, and access many educational and professional opportunities that are not available to temporary visa holders. If you do not yet have a green card but are eligible to apply through a qualifying family relationship, a job offer from a United States employer, asylum or refugee protection, or another legal pathway, you should absolutely pursue that opportunity. Yes, the process can be long, complicated, and expensive. Yes, there are backlogs and waiting periods that can stretch for years, depending on your country of origin and immigration category. Yes, immigration policies can shift over time based on changes in administration, legislation, and court rulings. But having lawful permanent resident status is still far more secure and beneficial than remaining on temporary visas or living without legal status. The peace of mind that comes with knowing you have a legal right to remain in the United States, that your children can grow up here, that you can plan your future without constant uncertainty, is invaluable. So what should you actually do right now if you are worried about green card changes? First, stop relying on social media posts, viral videos, or unverified claims as your primary source of immigration information. Social media is useful for raising awareness and sharing experiences, but it is not a substitute for official guidance from United States government agencies or licensed immigration attorneys. Second, go directly to the official USCIS website at uscis.gov to check for any announcements, policy updates, or changes to forms and procedures. USCIS publishes all major policy changes, new forms, fee updates, and processing information on their website in clear, accessible language. If something major had changed with green cards on December 25th, it would be prominently featured on the USCIS homepage with detailed instructions for affected applicants. Third, if you have a pending green card application or are planning to apply soon, consider consulting with a licensed immigration attorney or a Board of Immigration Appeals accredited representative. Immigration law is complex, and individual circumstances vary widely. What applies to one person may not apply to another. An experienced attorney can review your specific case, explain how current policies affect you, help you gather necessary documents, prepare you for interviews, and represent you if any issues arise. Yes, legal representation costs money, but it is an investment in your future and your family's security. Many immigration attorneys offer affordable initial consultations, payment plans, or sliding scale fees based on income. Some nonprofit organizations provide free or low-cost legal services to immigrants who qualify. Fourth, make sure your immigration documents are always current and accessible. If your green card is expiring within the next 6 months, file Form I-90 to renew it as soon as possible. If you have a conditional green card based on marriage and your 2-year anniversary is approaching, file Form I-751 to remove the conditions on time. If you travel internationally, make sure you understand the rules about maintaining your permanent residency and apply for a re-entry permit if you plan to stay outside the United States for an extended period. Keep copies of all your immigration documents, receipts, notices, and correspondence with USCIS in a safe place. If USCIS requests additional evidence or schedules an interview, respond promptly and completely. Fifth, stay informed about legitimate changes to immigration policy by following official government sources, reputable immigration law organizations, and trusted news outlets that specialize in immigration coverage. Organizations like the American Immigration Lawyers Association, the National Immigration Law Center, and the Immigrant Legal Resource Center provide accurate, up-to-date information about policy changes, court decisions, and how they affect different groups of immigrants. These organizations are not perfect, but they are far more reliable than random social media accounts that spread fear and misinformation for clicks. I also want to address the emotional toll that immigration uncertainty takes on individuals and families. If you are feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or scared about your immigration status, please know that your feelings are valid. The immigration process is stressful under the best of circumstances, and when rumors and alarming headlines flood your social media feeds, it can feel impossible to know what is true and what you should do. It is okay to feel scared. It is okay to seek support from family, friends, community organizations, or mental health professionals who understand what you are going through. You do not have to carry this burden alone. At the same time, I want to encourage you to focus on what you can control. You cannot control what politicians say, what policies might be proposed in the future, or how long USCIS takes to process applications. But you can control how well you prepare your own case, how carefully you follow instructions, how proactively you seek accurate information, and how you protect your mental and emotional well-being during the waiting process. You have already come so far in your immigration journey. You have already demonstrated incredible courage, resilience, and determination just by pursuing a better life in a new country. Do not let rumors and fear steal your hope or your peace. Before I close, I want to remind you one more time that nothing shocking or fundamentally disruptive happened to green card rules on December 25, 2025, that requires immediate panic or drastic action. If and when significant changes do occur in United States immigration policy, they will be announced through official channels with clear explanations, implementation timelines, and guidance for affected individuals. Until then, continue following the current rules, maintaining your status properly, consulting with qualified legal professionals when needed, and relying on verified information from trustworthy sources. If you found this video helpful, if it gave you clarity and reassurance during a confusing and stressful time, please take a moment to subscribe to USA Immigration Today. We are committed to bringing you accurate, balanced, compassionate immigration information that cuts through the noise and helps you make informed decisions about your future. Turn on notifications so you never miss an update when important changes actually do happen. Like this video to help others who are feeling the same fear and confusion find the truth. Share it with your family members, friends, co-workers, and anyone in your community who might be worried about green card changes right now. And please leave a comment below telling me what other immigration topics you want me to cover, what questions you still have, or what concerns are keeping you up at night. I read every comment, and your input helps me create videos that truly serve the immigrant community. Thank you for trusting me with your time and your concerns today. Stay informed, stay hopeful, and remember that you are not alone in this journey.